The show covers Mike and his team's daily endeavor of collecting and refurbishing old cars. Mike works hard on every repair job, even if they don't sell, and he loses a lot of money. Mike's business expertise is questioned because he loses money on ventures. Mike was in the news a few months ago for trying to sell his field of dreams, 500 vintage cars he's collected for 30 to 40 years. Why did he act? What happened to Mike? All gone, $2 million and 6 employees. I'm losing money due to high parts bills and need to get something to survive. Before staging the event, Rust Valley restorers helped Mike go from a newbie hippie in a small Canadian town to a famous hippie in Tampa, British Columbia. Mike seems more like a gym instructor than a car enthusiast due to his blonde dreadlocks and stature, but he knows as much about cars as many other car gurus. Mike built a fortune through Chimera Springs Rockworks, a slope stabilization company, before refurbishing automobiles for the exhibition. The building business he invested in made him rich. Mike saved money by storing his collection on 5 acres near Swap Lake, as his wife doesn't share his obsession. He bought 5 acres for his cars and shot the Netflix show there. Highway Through Hell, a reality show about road accident rescues, features Mike hanging off cliffs and blowing stuff up. Rust Valley Resource was his second show. He got his show, which was a hit, with money from his slope stabilization business. 3 Netflix seasons have been released since 2019. Mike is glad his son is on his show. He even drove because he's approaching 70 and won't be able to service all his automobiles. Reality shows take 30% longer than usual, but I like fulfilling people's dreams. Mike made $5 million from the building and the rest from vehicles and property. His fixation with old junk automobiles can impair his judgment, but he has business partners and an accountant who watch out for him. Mike Hall is living the dream, talking about dreams, despite his business incompetence, which puts pressure on the show and produces conflict. Rust Bros loves junk and rust, but Mike wants to sell his rusty cars since he's not sure what to do with them. The Globe and Mail interviewed a prominent rust collector. What happened? Mike says, "I'll be 62 soon. My dad died at 60. I've seen people die or get sick, leaving their families with many issues. What will my wife and kids do with 500 automobiles in a field? Closing my collection is bittersweet. It will simplify my life, yet it's terrible that they're all gone. I'm at my job if they go to decent homes and are used." Overturned consumer expectations by offering it for $1.45 million. Mayhem Entertainment believed a show about Mike and his crew's daily work would be fascinating. What was once a goal of restoring 500 automobiles is now 40. You're right. The Rust Valley Resource star auctioned his collection and sold most of it. Mike always mentioned a deceased acquaintance. His wife sold his junk collection inexpensively after his junk collector friend died since she didn't know the business. Mike sold the cars in interviews to escape this. Mike sold all the automobiles he auctioned, took a significant loss on some, and made a respectable profit overall when clients declined to buy his cars for $1.60 million in 2016. Mike sold $250,000 to $260,000 in projects to capable buyers and kept his favorites. He kept all his 1970 Dodge Super Bs and Chevys, including a 1964 Malibu SS 4-speed convertible he's held for 30 years and a Buick GS 4-speed for 40, after a record sale of some of his cars. In preparation for his death, Mike said his cars fit neatly in 1 yard for the first time, and he will give the firm to his show star son, Connor Hall. Connor Hall doesn't appreciate trash cars like his father, but Mike has been training him to take over the shop. He and Avery, his father's best buddy, help Mike avoid financial blunders and leave with 40 cars. Mike thinks his family won't mind if he leaves because they can handle 40 cars instead of 500. Mike Mako since auto sales may hurt his spirit. Mike has stopped collecting trash and is waiting for someone to take over his business and keep his interests alive. No one talks about Rust Valley Restoration's rejuvenation, so Mike works on his farm. Fans are eagerly awaiting the show's 5th season, which seems impossible.